Hi everyone, Terry here sharing another process video for Peartree Cutfiles, this time using the Build a Christmas set, and I'm using 2 of the baubles cut out of white cardstock. I'm just going to cut out 2 backs from this white patterned paper that's got a kind of red polka dot small stripe to it. But I'm not going to stick it down yet because I'm going to use it to create 2 shaker pockets with the baubles. So I am going to back the holly first with some green and red cardstock. So I'll just quickly do that. So it's quite simple, just draw around the area that you want to back with the patterned paper or cardstock, and I like to draw around the outer and the inner lines so that then it's easier to know exactly where to cut so that it fits. And then just add some glue and pop it on. It doesn't have to be particularly neat at the back because nobody's going to see it. So I've gone for traditional colours, but you could do these any colours. You could have silver holly or gold leaves perhaps, but I thought I'd go traditional. So I'm going to use some packaging that I've got and stick that to the front, well, to the back of the baubles to create the kind of acetate front. So I've just used normal wet glue and then I've stuck it on top. Once it's dried, I've just cut round the bauble because it's a nice easy shape to do, and it's easier to cut round after it's dry rather than while it's wet or while it's not stuck on. So then I'm going to add some thin strips of foam tape to the outer edge of the bauble to create kind of a ridge so that my sequins can sit in there, and then I can stick the backing piece on top. It's a bit of a fiddly process, but it's well worth it in the end. Sometimes I'll do a double layer of foam so that you get a deeper area, but this time I wanted it quite thin. So that's my first bauble done, and here we go with the second one. So it's quite a straightforward process, just adding the strips of foam. So this is just a roll I bought off eBay. Some foams are stickier than others, and I think you can get strips of foam actually already cut. But obviously it need to be quite narrow for this. So there we have it. As soon as I saw these baubles, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. So now I'm going to create my layout. So I've got a kind of a frame of patterned paper where I've cut out the middle, and a piece of white cardstock that I've distressed the edges of, and that will be about 11 by 11 inches. Apologies here, my video cut out. So as you can see, I've added in some strips of stitching that I've done in red with my machine to the background. Unfortunately they are a little bit wonky, and then I've added on some wood veneer baubles and bells, and then some chipboard stickers that are also kind of meant to be hanging ornaments, and they're both from the Hip Kit Club kit. I've just added in a couple of photos of my other half when we were decorating our tree. Added in part of a chipboard frame to the right hand corner there. The top photo is lifted up on foam pads, and they are backed on matte cardstock, the same cardstock that I used for the holly. So I've added a couple of baker twine bows to the tops of the wood veneer to kind of make them look like baubles, and then I'm just adding a title which is going to be Festive Fun. So my other half, which you probably can't see in the video, has put baubles over his ears like he's got dangly earrings, so it was a bit humorous at this point. I think we'd had a little bit to drink and it was all going a bit bonkers. So I've just added some perspective stars from Bramble Fox, just to kind of add a bit of interest to the background. So some of those lovely pink ones, and then I've added a shiny gold one to the top right hand corner where you can kind of see the top of the tree. So to match with the holly that's going on the baubles, I pulled out this piece of holly ephemera, and I also want to add the tree in, so I'm just moving things around a little bit. Adding some foam pads just to give the layout a little bit of dimension. And I'm just deciding what else I want to add to this now. Obviously there's quite a lot of stuff going on with the baubles, but it still felt like it needed something. So I did finish it off with a couple of gold thicker bows and some gold splats. And then off camera, oh no, I did it on camera. Here is my journaling just in that little spot there. So thanks for joining me. Check out Peartree Cutfiles for fantastic Christmas cut files and lots of others to choose from.